What's up, guys? So as most of you will know, I'm going up to Edinburgh Fringe this year, and tickets are now on sale. I'm going to be over the Hootenannies at Apex Hotels on Grassmarket, 4th through to the 20th of August. I've got two I might even be there now, actually, depending on when you're listening to this. But either way, I've got two shows. I've got a solo show at 4:30pm, and I've got a compilation show at 9pm every day. Both shows are at the same venue. All the links and all the tickets are going to be in the description wherever you're listening to this. Come down. I really appreciate it. I'd love to see you there. I don't know which one's punching, but I want to fuck them both. You could be a virgin that raps about 14-year-old girls. My instinct's to say no, but the more I think about it, it sounds fucking class. That's it! I want you to tell me what a bad little vegan I am when I'm on my knees with your dick in my mouth.
Excuse me? I have no retort for that. I'm just upset.
Classic Liam. I don't know why I put this in.
I have no idea.
I don't know if we've spoke about this before on the pod.
Spoke about what? Sorry, you've got weird body language as I'm putting my phone in my pockets and start the record. I'll just start it like this so it's smooth.
I don't know if we spoke about it before, but why do old people just want to spread misery everywhere they go?
Mate, they're fucking on point for this podcast.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. But like, what? This all they do. I just went to the fucking. We're doing double record today.
Yep.
So I went to get your boy a monster. Got myself a monster. Treating ourselves. Fucking what a time.
0 calorie in it.
0 calorie because your boy's been cutting weight.
My protein pal, my fitness pal, same thing.
My protein.
I don't know why I called it that yet, but I am aware of the protein contents of foods now.
You still don't know what protein is, but you do know it exists.
It's a thing that my muscles need to make me stronger.
Yeah. So are you getting enough?
What?
Do you know how much protein you're meant to have in a day?
A few grams in that.
A few grams in that, yeah. It's a pound per body weight.
Is it?
It's a gram per pound of body weight. So you need to have like 412 grams a day. Mine's about 185, 186.
Well, yeah, I've been getting it.
Yeah.
Been counting, been tracking.
Yeah.
I only started tracking last week. Give me a fucking break.
I'm just asking, what are you tracking? No, that's the issue. You don't know what you're tracking.
Calories, baby. In and out.
Yeah.
Keeping that deficit going. Fucking Paddy the Baddie can eat like he does, get fat, get thin. So can Big Daddy over here.
Yeah.
Paddy the Daddy. That's what they call. Don't know why they call me Paddy. Continue with the old people.
Tuffy the Fluffy.
Yeah, be scared.
Yeah, it's scary, man. Anyway, just got into the shop up there, right? And I just getting the drink, getting the monsters. What a time, having an absolute ball. And there's an old guy in front of me, and I'm rushing. As you'll know, I arrived just after you, so I'm rushing. I knew I was running late. There's an old guy in front of him, and he gets all his stuff, puts it in his bag, slow as fuck, like they do. And then he goes, I've had some terrible news today, to the shopkeeper. And so the shopkeeper's gone.
The shopkeeper's on the phone, like.
Yeah. Boss man's literally just gone like, go on. And he goes, my cousin's got less than 24 hours to live. The shopkeeper went, oh, bloody hell, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And he went, yeah, see you later, Tony, and just walked out of the shop.
I used to get it in customer service all the time.
Why did they do it, man?
I honestly think because they've got no one else to talk to. And it's that whole, the fucking mantra of this podcast, get it off your chest.
Yeah.
I think that they can't have a meaningful conversation with anyone about it. They don't quite know how they feel and they can't express it.
Sad, isn't it?
And them just saying that sentence to a stranger, they just go, I'm sound about it now.
Yeah.
I'll go smoke all these bifters I've just fucking bought.
Yeah.
And me cousin as well, fucking.
Yeah, long distance cousin.
Some of my cousins watch this. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm joking. I'd be really sad.
But why did they do it though? Like, he just, as soon as he left, I was just like, do you know that guy? And he went, no. And I went, but he said your name. And he went, no, he didn't. And I went, what? And he went, the shop's called Tony's, but I'm not Tony. So the fella's just walked in and gone, right, Tony's.
Hey, he's done the maths though.
Yeah.
He didn't call him fucking Billy, do you know what I mean? He was barking up the right tree.
Yeah.
He just fucked it at the end.
Yeah, he
mate,
tried his best.
I just don't, it's just oversharing, innit? I never know how to react to that. I don't think I've ever done that to anybody.
I don't know. It's because I don't know what I want them to do.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that thing that we've talked about a lot. Like when people ask how you are, like if you don't know them well, if you ask how I am, I can tell you honestly, and we can have a chat about it and stuff. And maybe, like if I'm having a bad time, we'll move past it. If I'm having a great time, we'll celebrate. But like so many people in your life go, Like your barber. This is what I mean. I spoke to it. I've looked about it loads. Oh, how was your Christmas? You're not asked. You're not really bothered. And this is why I never offload anything to anyone, which is why I'm mentally ill. But we won't go into it. But like, no one's really asked.
How old would you say this fella was?
He's got to be like in his
80s.
70s, 80s, which means his cousin's roughly the same ballpark. He's got to be over 50, less than
I'd
100.
say so. So they're fucking fucked anyway. But my thoughts are, I know, they're just I'm a medical professional.
Yeah.
I know, hazard a guess. My thoughts are that he's probably married and got a wife. He just got married in a generation where they don't talk about fuck all, and he sits in a separate room to her.
Yeah.
And he just that was his one.
Sounds fucking great. Sounds so good.
Question: would you, if you had like, I know you've got a spare room in yours and that, but like, would you sleep in different beds? Because I think, to me, that rings alarm bells to me for a relationship. When I hear people sleep in different beds, I think my first thought is everything okay there?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I couldn't.
I don't know. My instinct's to say no, but the more I think about it, it sounds fucking class.
That's it as well, though, innit? Because I judge them, but then when you think about it, you're like,
I play games on my phone with earphones in. No man should ever have to live with that.
No, a ball pool, just full blast.
Yeah, because God forbid she hears the fucking yeah. But like, I've got to be so silent. She's like, "Oh, will you turn your brightness down and all this sort of shit?" Because we sleep at different times. She's going to bed when I'm getting in.
Yeah.
So like, she's gone, she's out, and I've got 2 hours left before I want to go sleep. Yeah. So, but then also at the same time, it's summer.
Oh, sorry.
It's summer. It's summer. It's warm. It's so very warm. So very warm. And I can't.
What size bed you talking? What size bed you rocking? It's fine. Share it with the listeners. Let them know about you.
We got a king size.
Same. I've got a king size.
I want a bigger one, ideally. I dream of a room that's just all bed.
We've just, mate. It would be
like there's nothing else in the room though. Like nothing else.
We just cat sitted and we were sleeping in a spare room, and it was like a double bed for the two of us. And
horrific.
Yeah,
absolutely
in this
horrific.
heat when it was at like the hottest too, and the fan was not great, and I've never felt so uncomfortable. I was at
Best Mum and Dad's the other day, and she had to do the fucking horses the next day because she's got horses. She's middle class, whatever.
He's not.
No, I'm not. But you know, if you know my family, they're fucking proud of me. Do you know what I mean? They're buzzing that I'm married.
If you know her family, they're disappointed she ended up with him.
Yeah, exactly. Horse isn't the only thing she rides. Anyway, She had to do the horses the next day, so she thought, I'm not going home, I'll just stay here because I'm going to have to come back in fucking 8 hours anyway. She said, why don't you stay over? And I said, absolutely not. And she was like, why? Like half offended. I was like, you've got a double bed up there and I've got a king size that I can have all to myself if I go home. You enjoy your evening. I'll see you later.
What if it was a permanent thing though? You'd feel disconnected.
Well, we've had it as like...
I've had it where Beck's like been out. Like she's like been out with her mates or whatever. They've had a fucking sleepover, whatever you call it. Whatever you call it when some fella's drilling your missus behind your back. And I just sleep on the one.
Monogamy.
I just sleep on the one side like a little. I just don't. I feel weird sleeping on her side of the bed, mate. If she's not there,
and it's mad that you don't feel weird sleeping in a mum and dad's fucking spare room.
Hey, it's not a mum and dad's spare room. It's her bedroom, and she lets me sleep in it.
Right, but she's moved out.
Yeah, but
at some point in her life, so it became the spare room. Just because she moved back, it didn't become her room again.
I mean, we pay keep. A bit, I think.
No, you don't. You don't pay a fucking penny. How's Florida looking for the end of the year?
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds all right. The more you think about it, it does sound, especially at the minute with how hot it is.
The weather.
Yeah.
And you know when you were saying about like the whole noise thing, you coming in late and stuff, me and Rebecca kind of like, it's what annoys me the most about that sort of thing is I'll be watching something on the telly and she'll fall asleep, or we'll both be watching something and she'll fall asleep next to me and I'm still watching it at the same volume it was at when she fell asleep. Then all of a sudden she'll wake up and she'll go, can you turn that down? As if I'm being dead rude.
And
I'm like, you just fell asleep with that volume?
This is what I'm saying.
What are you on about?
And Beth falls asleep with her phone in her hand as well, so it'll just be playing the same fucking video. But like, no, it doesn't hit her in the face.
Slaps her in the face.
How do you think she sleeps?
Like that. No, she's on her phone like that.
Do you think she's typing away like this?
No, do you not like that?
No, mate. She sleeps on her side and she has a phone in her hand like a normal human being. You fucking...
I've never... Yeah, I have.
Paedophile. So yeah, she'll fall asleep with her phone around, but like, because I'm watching my own videos and stuff, it'll take me ages to realise that she's fell asleep. So this video's just playing for 10 minutes on a loop. She's done it before when I fell asleep before her, and she's woke up, and the reason she's woke up is because her phone has hit her leg or her back or something like that, and it's so hot because it's just been playing the same video for 4 hours.
Yeah, fuck
Mate,
that.
she's a fucking idiot. I'm sick of her. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, can we sort this out?
Yeah,
Can
let's get bigger houses.
Well,
you get a bigger house, I get a house. Full stop. That'd be dead nice.
But your life becomes a one-night stand as well.
How so?
Because you just...
Oh, you're creeping in.
Yeah,
you're
you're messaging away like fucking sweet nothings via WhatsApp. And you just like sort of like...
Putting the graft in.
Yeah, you slip in. You just like...
Slip in.
Yeah, you just sort of turn up into the bedroom just like, hey. All right.
I didn't invite you here. Get off.
Yeah.
This isn't your night.
That's when you realise you've been texting the wrong person.
I'm in Beck's mum and dad's room.
Yeah. Your cousin who's got 24 hours to live.
I want to get to know you more.
Okay.
So you, like you said...
Do you want to sleep with me in the same bed?
Yeah, let's share. No, like you said, we're good friends. We can talk about stuff. We can talk about problems.
Sure.
This might not be fucking bang, bang, bang podcast content. But I want to know.
It rarely is when it's you.
Excuse me? I had no retort for that. I'm just upset.
Classic Liam. I'm so sorry.
It's because it's fucking true. It hurts.
No, it's not true at all.
I bring nothing to the table.
You bring too much to the table, which is why you're in the gym.
Hey, fucking too much muscle, lad, and protein, as we've learned.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to get to know about you. I don't know what you like, the things you like, so I've got a question for you.
Very little things.
It's 4 questions. And you don't have to fucking deliberate for too long. Just say what your heart thinks, all right? I want to know your favourite film, your favourite song, your favourite TV show, and your favourite book. Go.
My favourite book. Whatever the back of the bleach says when I forgot my phone. What the fuck are you on about?
Your favourite? It could be the fucking Highway Code, Dad. I'm not asked.
I've never read that.
You've read a book.
I recently discovered that I don't know what a lot of road signs mean.
Does anyone?
But like, does
anyone?
That one with the 2 cars that are the same size on it, and one car's red and one car's black. I have no idea what that means.
No. It means like give way to the oncoming traffic, so it's.
But
like
it's not doing that. I know what the give way one is. That means that's the arrows.
So whichever one's above and whichever one's below.
No, they're the side by side. I'll slide in a picture of what I mean here.
I don't know either then.
But like, it's just a car. They're both the same size. They're front facing, and one's red and one's black. What does that mean?
I'm sure it's about like priority of like when the road narrows, you've got to let like them come.
But the road didn't narrow. It was on a motorway.
I think you just do 70.
I like it.
Just
get away from the sign. You don't have to deal with it anymore.
Down to the sign.
It was on like an A road or something. I don't know. Right. My favourite. What was the questions?
Film, TV show, book, song.
My favourite film. Fuck. I don't know. I'll cut the gaps while I think, because I don't know. I'm not a connoisseur of stuff, as we've discovered. Like, I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I've never seen Marvel movies.
This is about you. What's your favourite?
I really like A Star Is Born. Makes me cry.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen A Star Is Born?
Never seen it.
Oh my god!
Because there's like several versions of it.
Genuinely, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I don't know which one's punching what, but I want to fuck them both. They both look phenomenal in that movie.
Isn't the rumours that they were goosing each other during the production? That could you feel the chemistry?
As they should. Yeah. Just because she slipped method acting.
Yeah,
they're method acting. Don't
just all part of the role.
Yeah.
Is it good? I mean, the songs were played on the radio all the time, and that kind of puts me off wanting to watch something.
It's not all the songs are played on the radio. Only a couple.
All right. So there's more than just.
Yeah. There's like 8 or 9 songs in it that are like properly like mate. Get the soundtrack on. It's a belt. I listen to the soundtrack sometimes.
They're all bangers. Yeah. Mate, do you know? I never wanted to watch The Greatest Showman because it was everywhere.
Oh my god, what are you talking about? Maybe The Greatest Showman might be my favourite film. Oh my god.
Changes his mind more than he changes his song.
What a film.
No, but I didn't want to. Film. And Rebecca played the soundtrack so much, I was like, these are fucking bangers, you know.
There's a scene in that I've spoke about to you when Zendaya looks up at Zac Efron to the beat of the music, and honestly, I could genuinely have all the children with her that she wants.
I don't think she'd want any with you.
No, she probably wouldn't.
So it'll be quite easy.
Yeah, that'd light work, yeah. But oh my god, it just does something to me. It's
We talked about, right, sorry to digress, but we talked about Zac Efron's fucking face ages ago and how it's changed.
He's injured himself.
Have you seen what? Bullshit! You seen what's come out? Yeah. He's saying he slipped, he fell, he broke his jaw, and his jaw was hanging off his face, he claims, yeah. And then it got repaired, and then years later, a couple of muscles in his face got bigger to overcompensate for the ones that were weakened because of the damage. That doesn't explain why your fucking lips look like they've been done by
if it's
Mickey
part of his
Rourke's
jaw.
plastic surgeon.
Oh God, yeah, no, that's heavy, isn't it?
I'm sorry if you hurt yourself.
Zach, if you're watching, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No, he's busy. He's a busy guy, and when he likes to relax between filming,
it's so funny on this. I'm not even
negativity.
making this up. I'll show you now. It's got the picture of Zac Efron. It's got the whole story. They're side by side, and then you scroll down, and it's an advert for Elton John, and they look the same. It's just changed as well to top stories from like. I'll wait until it comes back. That's so funny. Oh my God!
So you looking at the news? It's just made me think. At the time of recording this, we don't know who that BBC nonce is. By the time this is out, everyone will know.
Yeah.
Mad that. Anyway, yeah, we'll cut that.
Elton John's not come back. It's Margot Robbie now. Just keeps flicking through. I'm on the Daily Mail here. Look what you've made me do.
Get off it. So which are you picking then?
I'm probably going to go with The Greatest Showman, you know.
Is it just
feel
musicals
good.
for you? Are you a musical guy?
No, I've never really watched any. I've seen The Book of Mormon.
You've never watched any of every single Disney film is a musical.
I
I'm sure you've seen
thought you
all
meant
of
like
them.
theatre and shit. No, I would.
No, it's
Oh
still
my! I
musical.
can't even tell you the money I would pay to see The Greatest Showman live.
But with Hugh Jackman.
I googled it. I googled The Greatest Showman live to see whether there was any dates at all, and they had at the Palace or somewhere like that, some sort of one theatre in Manchester. They had a Greatest Showman sing along, where they just play the movie and everyone sits there and singing the songs. And I sent it to Beth and was like, "Should we?"
I couldn't.
And we were so close to booking it.
That's too much, mate. I'm the biggest nerd ever.
Have you heard the soundtrack though? It's so good.
You were literally complaining about people doing well at karaoke. The other episode.
But when it's a choir, it's good.
Because we're all one, aren't we?
It's like Britain's Got Talent. You have one dancer, what a gimp. You have 28 of them. You're like, oh my God, blown away.
I was in a choir. I was in school choir. I'm a recorded artist. I'm on a CD.
That's right.
Yeah, we just like I remember doing the auditions, lad. We were all just singing. It was not by choice. We were in primary school. We're all singing, and they made us stand up. And this one teacher went past every kid like that with his ear like that, listening. And he walked, and no year fives got in. It was all year sixes. I was in year 5. He was walked past me, and then he stopped, and then he walked back, and he was like that on me. And he was just like, "You stay standing up," and he'd make you sit down if you were shit. And I got through, lad. Got to the finals.
Okay.
We went to this church and just sang with a bunch of kids from all different schools. It was a real sense of community, but I was just distracted the whole time because there was a kid sat in front of us from a primary school with no uniform, and he just had a t-shirt on that said Fat Willies on the back, which is, as a year 5 kid, is the fucking comedy gold that it is.
Isn't that a surf shop or something?
It was literally Fat
Scuba
Willie's
shop.
Surf Shack. The logo's burnt into my mind from that event. But yeah, mate, I'm a recorded artist.
It's like a proper brand.
Is it actually?
Yeah, like they've managed to make it into a brand or something. I'm pretty
Fat
sure.
Willie's.
I'm just guessing. I'll be honest, but like Fat Willie's Surf Shack, it sounds like it's probably like a genuine shop that's just everyone's like.
But why send your kid to school in that? Do you have no fucking awareness of life?
Yeah, because you never did it. Your parents never had you doing anything weird.
Like letting me go to this choir
Yeah.
to record.
Yeah. Okay, so The Greatest Showman's probably the one,
Number
to be
one.
honest.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because it's just so feel good. Like I don't think a film's ever made me feel that good in my life. But just anything nostalgic for me. Any film that makes me feel some type of way. Like I nearly cried yesterday because I was scrolling through TikTok and it came up with like PS2 games that you played but probably forgot about. And I was scrolling through and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Oh mate.
Oh
Rebecca
my
sent me a
god.
guy.
And I end up watching the walkthrough of fucking The Getaway Black Monday on YouTube.
I can't even remember the Getaway. And
so
it was the London GTA, wasn't it? It was like set in London, but it was GTA-ish.
Kind of, yeah. So it's that I think you're, yeah.
I'm thinking of the
you
original.
play police though.
Oh, do you?
In Black Monday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I ever played the original, but you play police officers, and yeah, just like fucking.
There's a guy, I think it's like retro games cupboard or something like that on Instagram, and he'll do that. He'll just like pull a PS1 game from the library, put it on, and it'll just like it's just main. Isn't that the whole movie industry now? I went to the cinema not long ago and I was watching the trailers and it was literally everything was a franchise. From Indiana Jones and the fucking Diamante wheelchair or whatever the fuck it's called. Why is he still in films?
There's no ideas. There's no new idea. I went to the cinema yesterday. I watched the new Insidious movie. Like,
Very good.
It was all right, yeah. It's as good as it can be for 5 into the, sort of like you say, the franchise and stuff. Like, it was as good as you can expect to me. It was fine. Like, it was a bit annoying in parts and stuff.
You feel obliged to go if you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen so many of the Fast and Furious movies and I just couldn't anymore. They started off robbing TVs and then they're in space. Can you go fuck yourself?
That makes me want to watch them though. My ex made me watch like 1 through 7 or whatever, and I got into it from 5 onwards.
The fact that you just said your ex and you've been with Beck for how many years?
Yeah, I've not seen them since.
No, but like this is what I mean. So you've been with Beck for how many years?
2015 we got together.
So you've been with Beck for about 8 years.
I was on trial then. Yeah. I had to proper think.
You've been with Beck for about 8 years. Your ex made you watch 1 to 7, and this year 10 got released.
It seems like they're a bit slow, doesn't it?
No, but what does that tell you? They're still carrying it on. That is fucking stupid. Okay, so that's probably my movie. I can't think of anything else, but I do just like movies that make me feel shit. I like crying.
I've watched a film that I thought was questionable, and then if it makes me feel something in like the last 15 minutes, it can be like a banger. It's
quite literally in my Edinburgh Fringe show. But please do come along. Hootenannies at the Apex Hotels on Grassmarket 4 through to the 20th.
Hoot free.
Hoot free. That's funny.
I'm gonna pick the next. I'm gonna pick the next one for you. Song.
Oh, I don't know songs, man. I don't know songs.
Use the logic you've just applied.
Rap God, M-A-M. M-A-M? M-E-M? Eminem. I don't know. Songs that make me feel shit.
Off Machine Gun Kelly?
The end song in The Greatest Showman. You seen a pattern?
No, just think of like, do what you did with the film. The film made you feel stuff. Is there a song that takes you back to a time or a place or has any particular meaning? Nostalgia. It doesn't have to be the best song in the world. It's just got to be your favourite.
I don't really have like any songs, but there's like I've got proper guilty pleasure bands that like I'm kind of ashamed to admit. Do you know what I mean? Like ones that, like what you're saying, like ones that make you feel like a certain type of way, and just nostalgic. Do you know what I mean? Like I listened to like State Champs and Neck Deep from like my fucking emo goth days when I was like.
I've seen State Champs live twice.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah, so fucking pathetic. But like I don't listen to any of their new stuff. Like, I only listen to that album that
because it just takes you back.
Yeah, and just shit like that. Anything that that's quite nostalgic and stuff. I don't have any new opinions. I just go back to my old opinions. Do you know what I mean? I'm too old now.
You do though, don't you? You just it is literally just music's just kind of like a reminisce machine. It's dead hard, I think, for new stuff to sort of enter your lexicon after a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
it's just the stuff that takes you back to when you were younger. But like it's weird though because stuff like I used to listen to a lot of bands like that, a lot of pop punk, a lot of like post-hardcore, whatever you want to call it. I used to listen. I was a goth. Don't know if you know. You've seen the pictures, and I just like, I still listen to it and I still enjoy it, but I know that it's not comparable to some like, to like fucking Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
The Beatles.
Well, this is it, yeah. And I do sort of hate, like, I can't really get on board with music that everyone raves about either. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't like Manchester music at all.
Fucking hell, lad, watch what you're saying.
But I don't like it.
No, you
don't. My old boss, it was his personality. Like, do you know what I mean? And like, I just don't get it. Like the bar that I do the gig in, it's like dedicated to a guy I've never really heard of.
Who?
I don't know. It's Disorder, Joy Division. What's the guy called? I can't even fucking remember.
Oh, I know he killed himself.
Yeah.
Ian Curtis?
Maybe.
Say Ian Curtis?
I don't know. Yeah. Let's have a look.
I didn't even know Joy Division were from Manchester. Well, you got Joy Division, the Smiths, Oasis, Stone Roses.
But like, Manchester's like obsessed with it, and they've got every right to be, I guess, because it's like that's their heritage. It's music, but I don't care because I was never brought up on it, so it doesn't mean anything to me. And it's just like I can't stand Oasis.
Towns and cities have got to latch on to legacy, though.
I can't stand Oasis.
Really?
I can't stand him.
Can you at least appreciate them as?
I just don't get what he sounds terrible. It sounds awful.
Don't you think there's that kind of like magic in a band that like where you listen to it and you think I could do that? There's something special about that sort of. Not to say I could be in fucking Oasis, but I used to listen to Blink-182 and I was like, I could play the bass guitar and I learned the bass.
You could be a virgin that raps about 14-year-old girls. That could be you.
What's your age again?
I just don't. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just not for me. But like, I'm really into like my country music and stuff now. Like Luke Combs.
I don't get that.
If anyone can get me a ticket to Luke Combs on the morning after your wedding, I went, like, that's when the tickets went on sale. Even your mates were talking about it because they looked as well. But they were like 65 quid each, and I just did not have the money because somebody just got married and somebody cost me a fucking fortune. How was your gift, by the way? That could have been my Luke Combs tickets.
Yeah, I mean, Florida's going to be great, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But I just didn't get him. I was like, I'll just leave it. I'll wait till I've got a bit more money. And I didn't realise how big the guy is.
I didn't.
Like, you can't get a ticket anyway. I was going to go to Paris, Amsterdam, Berlin. I've checked every single city in Europe, and there's no tickets for anywhere at all. Yeah. And I'm fucking devastated, man. Luke Combs is the boy. Oh, what a man.
The way people will be like, pop punk's all the same and stuff like that. I kind of feel like that with country music, man. The best country song of all time, fucking fight me about it, is Chicken Fried by the Zac Brown Band.
Not heard it.
You know I like me chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio on. And it's just every fucking country song ever.
Yeah.
But it even has a fucking patriotic bit where it's like, it's like a salute the ones who died, the ones that give their lives.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's like their flags like a
wave.
waving. Well, check it out, Chicken Fried by the Zac Brown Band.
So much country music's fucking stupid. Like, don't get me wrong, it's all so stupid. Like, the lyrics make no sense or anything. Yeah. Like, it's so stupid. But like, Luke Combs is just fucking fire, mate.
Speaks to you.
Oh, what a boy. What a man. He's phenomenal. What's the other question?
Just to backtrack a second, when you were talking about Manc music and we were talking about like legacy and that, Liverpool's like that with sports a lot. I mean, obviously we've got the Beatles, but it's primarily like, you see big murals with like big, people who've been significant for Liverpool or whatever. You'll see murals on the side of people's houses in Anfield. It's just like a normal house. The newest one, mate, and it just makes me laugh, is Paddy the Baddy and Meatball Molly. Because it's too right, like the fucking spokespeople, like people don't know. There's people out there who only know about Liverpool that Paddy the Baddy's from there. You know what I mean? Because he's so huge now. They're on a national stage fighting for the UFC. But I just love that her name is Meatball Molly, and she's like a legacy. Like people walk past that building, and they're like, "Is right the meatball?"
Isn't it because she just used to get us that in a Subway?
I thought it's because she worked at Subway. I don't know. It's a legend. Maybe, see, like Chinese whispers in it. Can you say that anymore? I don't know.
No, I don't think you can. But yeah, I don't get it.
So songs, you're just saying like your old school, like
just anything that's nostalgic for me. That's like, it's not my favourite by any means, but like it's probably, I don't know, just anything nostalgic, anything that makes me feel something.
Then
makes me feel something.
Book, you do not have one.
God, one of the books I've read, one of 3 books I've read. I don't know. I read Run on Red when I was on holiday. It was about 2 girls getting attacked by somebody they knew. They had to try and get away.
Is that the plot twist?
Yeah. But like, I don't read books.
See, I knew you'd read Run on Red because of the fella asking you about it on the plane.
Oh yeah.
That's all I knew about it. All right, last one was TV show.
Oh, I don't know.
You're not really a TV guy.
No, I don't have anything going on, man. I don't do shit.
Well, you do. That's why you don't have to do the stuff.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, Beth just constantly. Okay, might be The Simpsons,
That is a fucking excellent choice, but with the caveat of a certain time frame of The Simpsons.
Yeah, of course, yeah. When they start using iPhones, I'm out.
Hold on, they do that now?
Yeah, they've got iPhones in the fucking later episodes and stuff. Stupid.
That's mad.
But can I go out on a limb and say, like, I feel like it's underrated? And I know I sound insane, but I feel like it's underrated in terms of, like, when I was growing up, Family Guy was the one.
Yep.
American Dad was pretty shit, but like, it was only Family Guy and South Park. The Simpsons was just that shit one that played at 6 p.m.
Yep.
It was always just that shit one. Shit one, that. And Family Guy was the one. And then as you grow up, like, maturing is realising that The Simpsons was always the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like Family Guy just goes, oh, that's funny. That's like when my friend with cancer died and cut to a clip of him dying.
There's no plot. South Park pointed that out and ruined Family Guy for me.
Oh,
there was
really?
an episode of South Park where they were like saying that they go to the writer's room of Family Guy and it's just a bunch of dolphins in a tank and they've got like lottery balls and they'll just pick a number and it's just a random cutaway. And it's just random cutaway after random cutaway. But that is the
Mr. Conway Twitty.
Yeah.
But that's all they do when they've not got a joke. It's so true. And I love the fact that like South Park have just like cunted them off. That's like when like Sainsbury's like rips off like Morrison's in their ad. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Fuck them.
Or Aldi. I like why I fucking shop at Tesco to get Aldi.
But yeah, Simpsons is the fucking goat. It's so funny.
And are we a generation apart? Would you say that? We've got about 10 years, isn't it? Best part of 10 years. Yeah. Like when I grew up, Simpsons was like everywhere. It's like fucking Simpsons mania. So like it was on the front cover of TV Guides. It was like the one of the most popular shows that everyone talked about. And then I agree, like that. Then it started to decline in quality. So you're probably growing up at the time when it was like getting shit. And then Family Guy was dead new at that time.
Yeah.
So Family Guy didn't have a chance to get shit because it was just new and different. It was like
my generation really didn't rate The Simpsons that highly. Like, I'm like 26 now, and it felt like it was always Family Guy that was talked about, and that was the one. And just cause I guess it felt just a bit naughty.
Yeah. Well, we went through that. Like, we went through Simpsons being the best to it being shit to then as when we were in, like, secondary school, Family Guy was all, like you said, it is quite, like, explicit in it. So, like, the shit's all over The Simpsons. But then when you look back, it's just so clever. And there's so many jokes that go over your head as a kid. Yeah. That, like...
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the one that always comes to mind is in the Simpsons movie when he talks about like he's like being a cunt to the Huskies and shit all the time, and he's constantly hitting them and stuff. And when he finally lets them off, they just attack him and run away. And he goes, "Why does everything I whip leave me?" And it's just a reference to his BDSM with Marge and how he beats the kids. And it's so good because that just goes straight over your head when you. But like that's how good the joke writing is, so that it's so layered and you just fucking so good, man.
So subtle, like
I feel like we've gone dull just assessing the Simpsons a little bit.
I knew you'd be like this about this sort of topic, and it's fine.
No, I'm not like that. What I'm saying is, when we start to pull apart why things are funny, it makes the podcast less funny, I think. But I did like the question though, and I want to know yours. But I want to know yours on another episode, so stay tuned.
Ooh,
mainly because we just don't have fucking time
spicy.
Today. Because we've got Carl Porter coming in about 20 minutes, not even, in about 10, and we are not done.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Features,
yes, baby.
Features, lovely stuff. So, okay, I'm just gonna go straight into one. Let's try and find one. Okay, so we've got one here. It says, "This is the one that I've been wanting to do." So every time we've had a guest on, I've been listing them.
Yep.
And they've all been going, "Oh, not that one, not that one." But this one's so good, and they've not chosen wisely. But it's in the chamber. We're going to reap the benefits now. Yeah. Okay, so it's a pretty long one, but like I say, I've wanted to do it for ages because people hear the title and they think, "Oh, that's going to be a bit shit. It's going to be about knobhead vegans," but it's so good. Today I fucked up when I gave a homeless boy the vegan sandwich my girlfriend made for me. Okay. So obviously all the guests have been going, "Oh, I don't want that one. Fuck vegans." But like, mate, this is so good. My wife's a vegan.
I love it. Yeah. Give me the fucking pesto.
My girlfriend, 25, has been supplying me, 28 male, with vegan sandwiches to take to work ever since we moved in together at the beginning of the month. To be honest, I didn't like the taste of the sandwiches, and I literally never ate another vegan sandwich again after the first one, but I didn't want to make my girlfriend feel bad, so I accepted the sandwiches every morning and gave them to homeless people without my girlfriend knowing. It was a win-win-win. My girlfriend was happy, I was happy, and hopefully so were the random homeless people who ate the sandwiches. However, no one was happy after yesterday when I decided to give my vegan sandwich to a homeless boy on the street. The boy was with a woman and a dog. The woman thanked me at first and encouraged the boy to eat the sandwich. I waved goodbye and walked away. Mid-walk, the sandwich hit in the back of my head. I turned around and noticed a woman approaching me and yelling, "He's just a boy, shame on you."
What?
Yeah, right. When I asked the woman if she just threw the sandwich at me, she frantically referred to a note that apparently fell out when the boy was when the boy was busy unwrapping the sandwich. The woman closed the distance between us and planted the note in my hand. I recognised the handwriting. It was my girlfriend. The note said, "I want you to tell me what a bad little vegan I am when I'm on my knees with your dick in my mouth."
She's breaking the diet, but go on.
Yeah. I looked at the woman and said there must have been a misunderstanding. The woman called me a creep and instructed her dog to attack me, but thankfully the dog did nothing. I apologised to the woman. I apologised to the woman and explained that I didn't know about the note. The woman repeatedly called me a creep and said if I was going to use sandwiches to prey on children, the least I could do was not make the sandwich look like it was grown in a garden. She was really sassy.
At least put some fucking meat on it, lad.
I love how that's the issue as well.
If you're going to nonce me, kid, put some ham on it.
Yeah, if you're going to try and fuck kids, get the pepperoni out, bro. Get the chorizo sausage. Add a little bit of spice. Do you know what I mean?
Watercress, fuck off.
Yeah. I draw the line at you fucking my kids with celery. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah.
Don't put that image in my head.
I backed away from the woman and walked in the opposite direction as fast as possible. Towards the end of the day, when I was done at work and at home again, I said nothing to my girlfriend about the sandwich incident. I was hoping to keep it a secret forever, but then my girlfriend and I had sex and my brain cells died. Mid BJ, I thought of the note and called my girlfriend a bad little vegan without thinking. She playfully pinched me and said she was beginning to doubt if I was ever going to respond to all the dirty notes she included with my sandwiches. Notes, plural. I lied and said I was playing the long game, building suspense. My girlfriend asked if I was keen to do that thing she wrote in Tuesday's note. I said, okay. My girlfriend lied on her back and said she was ready. I was supposed to do something, but I had no idea what that something was.
That is the best.
The random homeless person who got the Tuesday vegan sandwich probably knew. I went down on my girlfriend, which was confusing for her because she asked what I was doing. I shrugged and said I didn't remember Tuesday's note. My girlfriend narrowed her eyes and asked what about Wednesday's note. No comment. My girlfriend asked if I actually read any of the notes. I lowered my head in shame and confessed to giving her sandwiches away. I came clean about everything, including the homeless boy situation and the fact that I didn't enjoy vegan food. My girlfriend nodded and gave me a very cold look. I apologised for not being honest. My girlfriend said she understood and got dressed. I said I was still willing to do the Tuesday note thing, but my girlfriend got into bed and said goodnight. It's safe to say I'm not a favourite person right now.
Could I just say that he's still been doing the Lord's work, because not only has he been giving out food, he's been giving out wanks.
Yeah.
He's been filling stomachs and emptying balls simultaneously. That's a gift from God. He's doing the Lord's work.
Were you expecting it to go that way?
No, not in the slightest. When you've been reading it as well, I've just been like, I'm like, what's the beef with vegan food? I'll eat anything, me. But I suppose I would be fuming if someone gave me kid that. What if his defence was like, well, I did offer you
I want to know what the Tuesday thing was.
I don't think we'll ever know, but I imagine it involves butt stuff.
No, she'll earn her back.
Yeah. Butt stuff. Legs in the air. Butt stuff.
How lazy is Beck that you do the butt stuff with her on her back?
I will not talk about my sex life on this podcast to protect my wife's privacy. But very lazy.
She's a pillow princess. What a woman. Should we get merch that says Pillow Queen on it?
Oh, no, because Kale want a cut of it.
Unless she's willing to do the work, which we've clearly discovered that she isn't. And she can't have anything.
We've got queef queens. We may as well have pillow princesses.
Yeah. I'll make that. I'll make Pillow Queen. Should we do another one?
Hit me, baby.
Yeah? Let's do another one.
Hit me in the back of the head with that pussy.
Can we have some respect for how well I did reading that out, by the way? It was very long and I didn't stumble.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, you nailed it.
I only stumbled once. Yeah. Okay, should we do the girl discovers her dad is an aunt's one?
Lad, this one's been scaring me every single time you mention it.
Okay. All right. Girl discovers her dad is a nonce.
Oh, that thumbnail's going to do well in the algorithm.
Yeah. The 24 hours before my dad died, brackets stage 4 lung cancer. Appreciate you. God, it's so heavy in it. The 24 hours before my dad died of stage 4 lung cancer, he was in the ER and then the ICU, and we were unable to be with him because of hospital COVID rules. My mother, sister, and myself had been texting and calling him all day and got no response. My mother even called the hospital and spoke with one of his ICU nurses who said he was awake and communicating fine. He then passed very quickly at 3:30 a.m. the next morning. We were allowed to be at his bedside, but by then he was no longer conscious, so we said our goodbyes and he was gone. Later that morning, while my mum slept, I was calling cremation services to schedule his body for pick up at the hospital, and going through his bag of belongings that the hospital had returned to us. His phone was in there, and I wanted to read all our texts and take some comfort in my last words to him. I opened his phone and all our texts had not been read, not mine or my mum or my sister's. I thought this was so odd, but figured he must have been suffering so much that he couldn't find the strength. I began to scroll through his apps and noticed a chat app that I'd vaguely heard of. I don't recall the name, but it essentially works like WhatsApp. I reckon she means Telegram.
That's the only one I know of,
Yeah.
to be honest.
What, WhatsApp?
No, other than Telegram. Other than WhatsApp is Telegram, yeah, that's the only one.
I opened the app and saw a single contact with a female name. I started reading and realised my dad has been chatting with this girl hourly for the last 24 hours and as far back as I could scroll. He was calling her princess and telling her he loved her, and she was saying she was scared for him and wanted to know what was going on, why he was in the ER, etc. I scrolled back enough to know that this was someone he was having at the very least an emotional affair with. My grief was completely hijacked by hurt and anger, and a week later I tracked down the girl and spoke to her via DMs and found out that she was 15 years old. She was 13 when they met. He was a high school bus driver, and she told me they had been dating for almost 2 years. My dad was 66 years old when he died and dating someone younger than his grandchildren, someone he chose to spend his last moments with and say his last goodbyes to. I hope it made him happy, but it sure is a shitty secret to the rest of my life with. A secret that will forever overshadow my entire relationship with my dad with no chance to ever speak to him about it. It's the one secret I wish I'd never found out. I don't know why I put this in.
I have no idea.
Headline. It was like, that'll be fun.
It's just harrowing.
It's like,
it's harrowing. Oh, you'd rather not know, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're literally burying the cunt. You'd rather just not know, but guess what?
I mean, she cremated him.
Well, at least he burned, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking horrible twat.
Yeah.
I
don't know why I put that in.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Been a great episode. We got to know Aaron a bit more. Yeah.
I'm also a nonce.
Clip that.
Yeah, soundbite. No, only you look bad in the soundbites, not me. I do the soundbites. You look bad in them. Fucking hell. That's a heavy way to end. I don't know why I put that one in.
Well, it'll...
You said you've been dreading it. Rightly so, my man.
Yeah.
Well...
I literally don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
What's your favourite film?
I like The Dark Knight because it's Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say Prisoners, but that's a bit on the nose.
Yeah, it is a bit, yeah.
So do you want to plug your Edinburgh show?
Yeah, sure. I think this goes out while I'm there, actually. Yeah. Want to come and see not a nonce in action.
You don't have to. The more you say you're not one.
Yeah, the man doth protest too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
If you see Aaron driving a bus near you, panic. Why the bus driver though?
Yeah, weird that, innit?
I mean, he's not sexy, is he? Not that fucking hell. I'm just gonna stop speaking. Right, I'm gonna go.
I don't think it's their fault.
Yeah, that's why I'm going. Yeah, I didn't know what to do, so started victim blaming. Yeah, that's a good way to end the podcast. Look, we appreciate you. Thank you for what hit like.
Isn't it mad that we're digging a hole in the ground that he could enter? Actually,
yeah.
No, because he's dead. Thanks for watching.
I thought you meant a different hole.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No, you don't dig an arsehole, Liam. You don't dig one. I saw it there.
Like a Blair Witch.
Thank you for watching. I am probably at the Edinburgh Fringe while this goes out. Please come and see the show. It might be my last ever show if we keep plugging nonsense on the pod.
We're not plugging him. Yeah. Link to his socials down below. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're a nonce and you want advertisements, send in your submissions to... I went too far with that.
Yeah.